Hello everyone and welcome back to another video from our channel Who Died U.S. In this video, we'll be highlighting American celebrities who have passed away recently in the last few days, along with other notable figures from around the world. Before we proceed, we kindly ask you to show your love and support by giving this video a like. It means a lot to us. Thank you. And now let's start. Kaidanow lived a life of courage, dedication, and diplomacy, shaping U.S. foreign relations across some of the world's most volatile regions. She wasn't just a government official. She was a woman on a mission. She rose through the ranks, becoming a key figure in diplomatic efforts from Kosovo to Kabul. But behind the scenes of her successes was a woman who faced enormous challenges, navigating through war zones and making impossible decisions, all with a fierce resolve to maintain stability. In 2008, Kaidanow was named the first U.S. ambassador to Kosovo as the newly declared country emerged from conflict. Her leadership helped guide Kosovo through a delicate period of independence, building bridges between the young nation and the global community. Her presence was a signal that the U.S. believed in Kosovo's future. Before that, she had been at the forefront of diplomatic efforts in Sarajevo, Skopje, and Afghanistan. She fought tirelessly not only against the external enemies of the U.S., but also against the internal political challenges she often faced. In Kabul, Tina made tough calls, including a controversial decision to halt the prosecution of Taliban leaders for the sake of stability. Kaidanow died in October 2024, leaving behind a legacy that will be remembered for years. Liam Payne was a name known around the world for his voice and talent in music. As a member of the boy band One Direction, he rose to stardom, quickly becoming part of one of the most successful groups in history. His story began when he auditioned for the X Factor in 2008 at only 14 years old. He did not win, but his persistence paid off in 2010 when he returned to the show and became part of One Direction. Together, they created hit after hit and gained fans across the globe. After the band went on hiatus in 2016, Payne pursued a solo career, signing with Republic Records and releasing his debut single, Strip That Down, in 2017. His album LP1 followed in 2019, solidifying his status as a solo artist. Over time, Payne sold millions of records, collaborated with top artists, and earned praise for his versatility in music. However, behind the fame, Payne faced personal struggles, including health challenges, and his journey was not without its battles. On October 16, 2024, Payne's life came to a tragic end. He fell from a third-floor balcony at a hotel in Buenos Aires, Argentina, leaving fans and the music world mourning. Bucky Maughan was not just a coach. He was a legend. A man who shaped wrestling history with a fierce passion that few could match. Born in 1940 or 1941, Bucky went on to become an unstoppable force on the mat, winning 3 national wrestling titles during his collegiate years. He claimed the NCAA championship at 115 pounds in 1963 and the NAIA championship at 123 pounds in both 1962 and 1963. His love for wrestling didn't stop there. In 1964, he took on the role of head coach at North Dakota State University. He would go on to lead the team for decades, molding champions and building a dynasty. Maughan led 4 national championship teams in 1988, 1998, 2000, and 2001. His commitment and drive earned him a place in the National Wrestling Hall of Fame, a testament to his impact on the sport. On May 17, 2011, Maughan retired, leaving behind a legacy that few could ever dream of. He passed away on October 15, 2024, at the age of 83, though his spirit will forever remain etched in the world of wrestling, where every pin and every victory still whispers his name. Major General Richard Vernon Secord lived a life full of covert operations and daring missions. Born on July 6, 1932, in LaRue, Ohio, he rose through the ranks of the U.S. Air Force and found himself at the forefront of history. From being one of the first American aviators in Vietnam to flying over 200 combat missions, Secord's bravery was unquestionable. In Laos, he played a critical role in the Secret War, directing the only successful prisoner of war rescue during the Vietnam conflict. His leadership extended beyond the battlefield. He commanded the 603rd Special Operations Squadron and later managed U.S. military assistance in Iran. Secord's name became linked to controversy in the Iran-Contra affair, where he profited from arms deals and was charged with lying to Congress, though he was later acquitted. After retiring from the Air Force in 1983, Secord transitioned to the private sector while still embroiled in political intrigue. He passed away in Port Orange, Florida on October 15, 2024, at the age of 92, leaving behind a legacy marked by both heroism and controversy. Donald Joyce Hall lived a life that shaped the greeting card industry and left an indelible mark on Kansas City. Born on July 9, 1928, in Kansas City, Missouri, he inherited more than just a family name, but the future of Hallmark cards. As the son of Joyce Hall, the founder of Hallmark, Donald's journey started humbly. He worked as a sales trainee in 1946, learning the ropes from the ground up, before attending Dartmouth College and serving in the U.S. Army. By 1954, he was already rising within the company he would one day lead. His father retired in 1966, handing over the reins to Donald, who became president of Hallmark Cards. Under his leadership, Hallmark grew into the world's largest greeting card manufacturer. But Donald's career wasn't without challenges. In 1981, he faced the tragic Hyatt Regency walkway collapse, an event that shook the city and cost Hallmark millions. Beyond business, Hall was deeply involved in philanthropy. He chaired the Hall Family Foundation and played a pivotal role in shaping Kansas City's cultural scene. Even after stepping down as president in 1983, he remained dedicated to Hallmark's vision. Donald Hall passed away on October 13, 2024, at the age of 96, leaving behind a legacy of innovation, leadership, and compassion. Curtis Jerome Moody was a pioneer whose vision reshaped the architecture landscape in America. His death on October 13, 2024, at the age of 73, sent shockwaves through the architectural community and beyond. Moody was the founder of Moody Nolan, the largest African-American-owned architecture firm in the United States. Born in Columbus, Ohio in 1950, Moody discovered his passion for architecture as a teenager while admiring his friend's father's drawings. By 1968, he was pursuing architecture at Ohio State University, where he not only studied, but also excelled as a three-sport athlete and walked onto the basketball team. In 1982, he founded Moody & Associates and later teamed up with engineer Howard Nolan to create Moody Nolan. Under his leadership, the firm became a champion for historically Black universities and colleges, earning acclaim for groundbreaking projects. Moody's work earned numerous accolades, including the prestigious AIA Architecture Award in 2021, making history for his firm. He instilled values of integrity and perseverance in aspiring architects, advising them to succeed without compromising their ethics. Moody's legacy lives on through his son Jonathan, who took over as CEO in 2020, and the countless lives he inspired. Roger Brown Jr. was a cinematic gem whose career spanned continents and genres. He breathed his last on October 11, 2024, in Burbank, California, at the remarkable age of 94. Born on April 13, 1930 in Cincinnati, Ohio, Brown initially took to the skies training as a pilot in the U.S. Air Force, but his dreams were cut short by air sickness. Determined to carve his own path, he immersed himself in the world of acting, while supporting himself as a physical therapist. A serendipitous trip to Rome during the 1960 Summer Olympics transformed his life. There he was discovered and landed a role in the film It Happened in Athens, featuring the iconic Jane Mansfield. His talent shone brightly in Italian cinema as he transitioned from peplum films to the thrilling Eurospy genre. Living in Rome for 2 decades, he collaborated with legendary stars like Franco Nero and Sophia Loren. Brown dubbed his voice in over 800 films and served as president of the English Language Dubbers Association, showcasing his immense influence in the industry. His most notable role came in Argoman, the Fantastic Superman, where he captivated audiences with his charm and charisma. Roger Brown will always be remembered for his contributions to film and his larger-than-life spirit. Ward Christensen's legacy began in the middle of a fierce Chicago blizzard and changed the course of digital communication forever. On October 11, 2024, he was found at his home in Rolling Meadows, Illinois, at the age of 78. His death marked the passing of a pioneer whose invention, the first bulletin board system, BBS, revolutionized how people connected through computers. It was 1978 when Christensen and his friend Randy Swiss found themselves snowed in, but they saw an opportunity. The two computer enthusiasts decided to create something that would allow members of their group, the Chicago Area Computer Hobbyist Exchange, to share files remotely. Just weeks later, CBBS, the first dial-up bulletin board system, was born on February 16, 1978. Christensen didn't stop there. He crafted Xmodem, a protocol that made file transfers smoother, setting a new standard in the tech world. His contributions extended beyond the BBS. His knack for solving problems led him to create essential tools in the early days of personal computing. A longtime IBM employee from 1968 until 2012, Christensen received numerous accolades for his work, including the Electronic Frontier Foundation's Pioneer Award. His impact on digital communication and PC telecommunications lives on even after his final sign-off. Oli Olen was the mastermind behind some of the most experimental music to come out of Australia. He wasn't just a musician. He was an innovator, always pushing boundaries in the underground music scene. In the 1970s, he led the charge in post-punk electronic sound. And he kept going, always searching for something new. He formed bands like Whirly World. He worked with legends like Michael Hutchence, creating the short-lived yet unforgettable project Max Q. His work wasn't just music. It was art. Something that felt larger than life. But Oli's life wasn't just about the highs. There were struggles too. Diagnosed with multiple system atrophy in 2020, Oli faced a battle no rhythm could fix. His condition worsened, and though the music world rallied behind him, there was no cure. Despite this, in June 2023, his reworked classic Rooms for the Memory was released, helping with his medical expenses. In a bittersweet twist, Oli was set to be inducted into the Music Victoria Hall of Fame just days after his death. He passed away on October 16, 2024, leaving a legacy that will echo in Australia's music history forever. Dr. Phil McGraw didn't just rise to fame. He built it with tough love and straight talk. A formula that made him one of the most recognizable faces in television history. From humble beginnings to dominating daytime TV, Dr. Phil has been a relentless force in the world of mental health advocacy talk shows and life advice. But who exactly is Dr. Phil, and how did he become the icon he is today? Born Philip Calvin McGraw in Veneta, Oklahoma in 1950. Dr. Phil grew up in the heart of Middle America. His journey began far from the bright lights of Hollywood. He studied psychology and went on to earn a Ph.D. in clinical psychology from the University of North Texas. It was in his early career that he first caught a glimpse of the power of blending psychology with media. However, before he stepped onto the Oprah stage and later launched his own show, he was helping people in the courtroom. Dr. Phil co-founded Courtroom Sciences, Inc., a consulting firm that worked with lawyers on trial strategy and witness preparation. It was this behind-the-scenes work that led him to Oprah Winfrey. Oprah sought out Dr. Phil's expertise for her legal battles in the late 1990s, and she was so impressed that she invited him to appear on her show. That pivotal moment changed everything. Dr. Phil's no-nonsense practical advice resonated with viewers, and soon he became a regular guest. In 2002, with Oprah's backing, he launched The Dr. Phil Show, which would quickly become one of the most watched talk shows in daytime television. Dr. Phil's tough love counseling approach is both controversial and undeniably effective. He doesn't sugarcoat the truth, which has earned him both loyal fans and harsh critics. His method often involves confronting guests head-on with their destructive behaviors or faulty thinking, believing that directness is the best way to spark real change. While some argue his style lacks the compassion necessary for true healing, others appreciate his candor and ability to address real problems without dancing around them. But Dr. Phil's influence extends far beyond television. He has written several best-selling self-help books, such as Life Strategies and Relationship Rescue, where he offers readers the same kind of straightforward advice that made his show famous. He also hosts a popular podcast, Fill in the Blanks, where he dives deeper into issues ranging from personal growth to societal problems. Over the years, Dr. Phil has also been a vocal advocate for mental health, using his platform to raise awareness about important psychological issues and encourage people to seek help. Before becoming the media mogul he is today, Dr. Phil practiced psychology in private and corporate settings. He credits his years as a psychologist for shaping his unique approach to therapy, blending traditional techniques with real-world practicality. His work as a psychologist laid the groundwork for his success on television, allowing him to connect with viewers on a deeper level by offering solutions they could apply in their daily lives. Through the years, Dr. Phil has shared countless pieces of life and relationship advice, guiding viewers through difficult situations and helping them better understand their problems. Whether it's dealing with addiction, handling toxic relationships, or managing mental health challenges, Dr. Phil's advice has helped millions of people gain perspective and take control of their lives. His mantra of personal responsibility resonates deeply with many, encouraging people to take ownership of their choices and their outcomes. Though Dr. Phil's career has spanned decades, it hasn't been without challenges. He has faced health concerns, including a public battle with type 2 diabetes. Despite these challenges, he remains active in his career, continuing to offer guidance and insight both on television and through his other media ventures. As for the future, Dr. Phil shows no signs of slowing down just yet. While rumors have circulated about possible retirement, he's hinted at expanding his show or diving deeper into podcasting and other media projects. Fans wonder what the next chapter of Dr. Phil's life will hold. Whether it's continuing his reign on TV or shifting gears into new territories, one thing is clear. Dr. Phil's influence on mental health and life advice will endure long after his time on TV comes to an end. To stay updated on Dr. Phil's journey and learn more about life strategies and relationship advice, make sure to subscribe, like, and follow his content for the latest insights.